All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits. Happy Friday. I have two amazing guests on this week's episode. They are from the hit show, new to Bravo, the McBee Dynasty. We have Steven McBee Jr. and Calah Jackson.
Thanks for having us.
Hi, guys. I am so excited to have you all. Obviously, Kristen and I got to do a little watch party from season 1. Welcome to the Bravo family.
We're excited.
Thank you. Yeah,
this has been so awesome so far.
Yeah, feeling good, feeling the love.
Yeah, feeling good. I talked to Kristen the other day. I said, whenever you and Luke are feeling a little bit more mobile, you need to come out to the farm. And they said they're all about it. So you need to join in on the trip.
Oh, my God. I love that. Yeah, they just had their baby.
Yes.
She is perfect. She is beautiful.
Oh, well,
That's
congrats
so
to
exciting.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. They are absolutely amazing. So I like to go back to the very beginning before we get into all the juicy drama about how you guys started off on reality TV in the first place. Because I know the two of you met on Joe Millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we.
So no, go on. Go.
Oh no. So I was gonna say we met on Joe Millionaire, which is a dating show.
It all started with an Instagram DM from casting directors. I thought it was fake, so they ended up sending 3 or 4 of them to me, and I think they did the same to you.
Yep. Yeah, they
And-
DM'd me a few times. I was fresh out of a breakup, and so I was like, you know what? Why not?
Wow. So for both of you, it was through a DM.
It
Yes.
was.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so how long ago was that? The Joe Millionaire?
2021 is when we filmed that. It aired in the first
wow.
quarter of 22.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're a little over 3.5 years out from that.
So after Joe Millionaire, were you guys like exclusive?
Yes.
Yes, we were.
Yeah. I was waiting on your answer. I was waiting on your answer.
Steven?
You guys looked at each other to like make sure. You're like, wait, what are we going to say here? So you were exclusive after Joe Millionaire.
Yes.
And when was season 1 of the McBee Dynasty?
April of 23 is when we started filming.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys were already together for like almost 2 years?
There were some ups and downs. There was
We went through a couple of breakups, get back together. I right after Joe Millionaire, I moved to the farm for a few months, and then things weren't really panning out there at the time.
You moved like off camera before the
Before
season
season
started.
1 even began, yeah. And then I was back in Dallas a few months later after that. And then, yeah, we filmed season 1 and we got hot and heavy again, and I moved back up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so many people have wrote into the show asking if you guys are still together.
Well, we're here together doing press, and you know
that's a good
sign.
Good sign, right?
You'll have to watch season 2 because we do air it all out there,
Okay.
all the highs, the lows, and you'll get to see everything unfold. And if you make it all the way through the end of season 2, you'll get your answer.
Oh
Let's
my
leave it at that.
gosh!
There you go.
But we're here together right
Okay,
now.
I'm asking
so
you guys off
is that a
camera,
clue?
off camera. I'm used to saying off camera, off podcast. The truth. Yeah, but if you guys aren't together right now and you're able to do that, that's amazing. I remember Jax and I had to do a press day after we first broke up. Did not go so well. I was like ready
awkward.
to spill all the tea. He didn't want to say a word, and
Yep.
I was just like, I'm not about that life. I'm going to tell the truth. So good for you guys. Okay, let's get into the season.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Are you guys excited?
So excited.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Episode 1 was intense.
Very. Calah just saw it for the first time last night, so she's fresh off of watching it.
Yeah. I was watching it right before I came here, so I was fresh too, and I was like ready to go with all the questions. After season 1 ended and your dad left the show, I don't know if he left the show, but he left the farm. And you're taking over. You're taking the reins of the farm. How do you feel about that? Like, are you doing okay? That's a lot to take on.
It's a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. Feel like the weight of the world's on your shoulders. There's every single decision that you're making. You're not sure if it's the right decision or not. You're just going with your gut feeling. And there's no way that I could do it by myself. And so having Calah there to really help support me and just make sure that I'm staying mentally sane while trying to run the farm, it was a huge, tremendous help for me.
Oh,
So nice.
yeah.
Wow. Thank
Yes.
you.
Give the girl the credit. I love that.
What else?
Yeah, she's like, keep it coming.
Yes.
Keep it coming. I see a lot of tension between you and your brother Cole.
Oh, yeah.
I know you guys love each other.
Cole's an
Families
idiot.
first,
We love each other, but
always.
Cole's an idiot.
So we love each other, but he's an idiot. You're the big bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, going out and signing leases behind your back, does stuff like this normal in your family, or was this a?
Yeah, I mean, Cole and I always have butted heads more than any of our other brothers, and I think it's because Cole and I both see ourselves as leaders of the family, and so it's just going to happen whenever each one of you think each other knows what's best, and we have our fights and arguments, but at the end of the day, we do love each other, and we may be butting heads, throwing down in the middle of the day, and that night we're eating dinner together.
Yeah, and I love that. I have 3 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay, so big family too.
Yes,
Yep.
nothing they ever did would make me mad enough to like never speak to them again.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Family is always first. But I do see not but because that's true. But with other things, like he thinks that you think about money first and not the farm.
Well, whenever you're looking at the financials, the only way to help the farm survive to the next generation is to make sure it's profitable.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it, and he calls me spreadsheet boy because I'm the one on the computers.
My favorite nickname.
But I'm looking at things saying, okay, if we're going to get this farm to the next generation, we've got to make sure it's profitable. And Cole's looking at it, not even understanding the numbers behind it. So that's where him and I, we definitely argue a lot.
Do you think he wants to keep it more traditional and you kind of want to like move forward?
I think that he just gets comfortable in, especially like growing crops, so corn and soybeans. And I'm seeing the future and saying, hey, corn and soybeans are dying. We better move the farm more towards the modern world or else we're going to lose it.
Yeah. Goodness. Do you have, like, obviously that's a lot of pressure for you. Do you have any resentment towards your dad for you having to have all of this on your shoulders now?
No, not necessarily resentment. I've said that I've been thrown into this fire ever since I got out of high school. I think the one thing that I maybe do have some regrets on is I didn't get to live out my college experience, like the carefree days of just going, hanging out with your buddies, living together, going to college. I was thrown into the fire of the farm at 18 years old, and I've been in it ever since. So I'm so used to living with the daily stress and pressure. Now it's just become second nature.
But that's what you go to Nashville for, right?
Wait, what?
No, Nashville's
to party
for work
and let
trips.
loose?
Nashville? Wait, do you go to Nashville a lot to let loose?
That was the old me. That was season 1 me.
Not season 2 you?
That's not season 2 me.
Okay. So you're growing.
I'm growing. I'm maturing.
Calah?
Yes.
TBD. I haven't watched all the episodes yet, so we'll see.
Oh my gosh, I'm so interested to see what's happening with you guys. Calah, I do want to talk about a sensitive subject for a second. You were so open and honest about your sister's passing, and I'm so sorry that you went through that. And it's very hard to talk about addiction at all. So thank you for being so honest about that. I'm so sorry. I can only say I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No, thank you.
It seems like there's a lot of tension between you and the girls.
Yes.
How are you feeling now?
I mean, I think that there are still some underlying things that would need to be discussed, definitely. I think things are better than they were while filming, but still some unresolved issues.
It seemed like the girls were kind of blaming it on Steven for not reaching out to you during that tough period in your life. Like that you guys had broken up, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that, though, because we've gone through so many, quote unquote breakups where, technically I was still living there. We were still living together. And so it wasn't like we were done. I was gone. Like I was still there.
Absolutely.
And so for them not to reach out to me at all.
So even during that time, you were still at the farm?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And then, I mean, I don't really even know the full story behind it, but even if that was the case and you were telling them to not reach out for, like, I thought we had a close relationship, me and the girls, so it really took me by surprise that I didn't even get a text.
I 100% think that somebody should text at least during something like that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I was getting flowers from random people that I haven't talked to in years. Like I would have been fine with, a little text. I'm so sorry for your loss. Let me know if you need anything, because I was up there living in the middle of nowhere. I didn't have any friends up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just, a very difficult time.
I'm so sorry. And then on episode 1, it shows you walking into the barbecue. I'm sure that was like extremely difficult because you were so worried to have those conversations that you really didn't want to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever we were filming too, that was like 2 months after she passed away. And so everything was still very fresh for me. And so I was grieving, but then also having to deal with this anxiety of, you know, having to have these conversations with the girls. And it was a lot. It was a lot.
And then she seemed to have like a panic attack or like an anxiety attack at the party, which I know, listen, I have so many friends that have been pregnant while filming, and that already is another level of stress. You guys know how it is.
I can imagine.
It's a whole nother level of stress. But I feel like a lot of it was also because she knew that you were going to be there.
I know.
And I hate to say that. I don't really know. You know, I don't know how the season goes on. This is just episode 1.
Right. Yeah. The thing is, we always had a really good relationship. I was actually the closest with Casey than anyone else. And so, yeah, I remember that day vividly. I walked in and not even 5 minutes later, she was leaving, going to the hospital. So I don't think that was caused by me. Maybe she did have a little bit of anxiety, but I don't think I did anything on my end to
It didn't look like you did anything.
Yeah.
It did not look like you did anything. I bet it was just like in her own feelings, and being pregnant is also its own, you know, battle.
Oh, I can imagine.
Is the baby born now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cute little Blair's born. Blair, she's a girl.
Blair,
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
Such
Blair
a cute
Collins.
name.
Yeah.
Such a cute name. How do you feel about being an uncle?
I love it. It's awesome. We actually have 2 grandbabies in the family now. So Jesse and Allie also had a baby.
I know.
I
Yes. Well,
Wait, that one
happened
episode
post filming. So that was
Okay.
post filming. They just had their baby about a month ago.
Oh my gosh!
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So it's pretty neat. It's settled us boys down. I think we needed a couple girls in the family. It's been good for everyone. My dad and Cole especially.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. Well, hopefully things can get better between all of you guys.
Yes. Hopefully.
Okay. I think we need to talk about Masha.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Please.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wild.
So she was Galena's friend.
Correct.
Best friend.
Yes, best friend.
Yes.
Yep, they're both originally from Russia.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, tell me everything.
So, season one,
Yeah.
we have what we call our post-harvest party, where we hand out the Corn Star Award. It's like a big party, big celebration.
I saw that.
Galena brings her friend Masha up to have fun at the party. Introduces Masha and her daughter to my dad. That's the first time they ever met.
Galena should have known better, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you don't bring...
We
yeah.
know
Can't
Big
even introduce
Steve.
a woman to your dad?
We know, like, no.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Playboy of the year.
Yes. So yeah, Galena introduced her friend to my dad, and it went downhill from there.
Okay, so Galena goes on to say later on that she was in the house while Galena was still living there behind her back.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah, that's
Did you
all
guys,
true.
Do you guys know about all this stuff while it's happening, or does it, like, do you find out later on?
We found out a month or 2 after it started happening, so we didn't know it at the time. We felt it was a little weird, like you could just feel the weird tension in the air whenever Masha was around, and we ended up finding out about a month or 2 after.
I think our first indicator, though, we showed up to Christmas at Steve's house, and Galena had gotten us all presents. Custom wrapped, like, gift wrapping paper with all of our names on it, our faces on it.
Yeah, ordered like custom gift wrapping with our photos and names on it.
The most done up Christmas I've ever seen in my life. And then Masha's there. And we're like, why is Masha here on Christmas? That's really weird. But that was like the first indicator that something was really weird. And then they disappeared together for a while.
Wait,
remember
while
that?
Galena was there on Christmas?
And Galena had gotten Masha and her daughter gifts too, and had wrapped them in their custom gift wrap paper too. Oh yeah.
That is so...
Oh yeah.
Horrible.
Effed up.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you guys feel about Masha?
Snake.
Not a fan.
Yeah, not a fan.
None of us are fans.
Somebody like that is not a trustworthy person that I would want
And now
around.
she'll go around telling people that her and Galena weren't ever friends.
Which is so...
And the funniest thing was she even tried to say that
Spill it
she
all.
didn't meet my dad through Galena, and the cameras captured it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw that.
Yes.
Because whenever I was watching the show, I was like, I wonder if Galena's even going to come back. Because she just seems so heartbroken. And then I see she is back. And now we have this new girl. And then there was Brooke from last season. I feel like this is like Vanderpump Rules, like back in the day, like everybody has to be around your exes. Do they have to be around each other? And your mom has to be around Galena too. I found out more about that this season. I didn't realize all that went on with your mom. And I'm glad that hopefully she'll be a big part of season 2.
Huge part of season 2.
She's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Gosh,
she's awesome.
She's gorgeous.
She's awesome. She's also the most forgiving person I've ever met in my life. Because she does have to be around Galena a lot. And that is the straw that broke the camel's back? Is the saying. The one that ended effectively my parents' marriage was Galena was the mistress. Yeah.
Back to school season often brings a wave of busyness, leaving little room to plan nutritious meals. Instead of settling for fast food, try Tempo. It's the convenient solution for quick, fresh, and mindful meals. With over 20 options updated weekly, Tempo ensures you're fueled and focused, all in less time than it takes to pack your kid's backpack. Tempo, the official partner of the 2025 CrossFit Games, delivers fresh, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals right to your door. Packed with protein, their delicious meals help keep you fueled and ready for your next workout. Tempo serves up fast, feel-good, single-serving meals that are crafted to cook in just 3 minutes, so you can eat well without sacrificing taste or convenience. With new recipes each week that are made with real ingredients and nutrient-rich, they make it easy to keep up a healthy lifestyle. Tempo's perfectly portioned lunches and dinners take the guesswork out of eating well, are fully prepared, and can be heated in the microwave in just 3 minutes. And I love that. Tempo offers a variety of meals for different dietary and taste preferences, including protein-packed, calorie-conscious, carb-conscious, and fiber-rich. For a limited time, Tempo is offering my listeners 60% off your first box. Go to TempoMeals.com/realityhits. That's TempoMeals.com/realityhits for 60% off your first box. TempoMeals.com/realityhits. Rules and restrictions may apply. I have way too much free time, said no one ever. Work appointments, family and friends, life is nonstop. And trying to find a new place on top of all that, completely overwhelming. That's where Apartments.com comes in. If you want to make time for things you love but still need to find your next home, Apartments.com has tools to make your home search so much easier. And it's all on one site. With 3D virtual tours to get a peek at a rental listing, online tour scheduling, plus the ability to see the exact unit you're interested in and apply for a place with one click. Renters can handle it all on Apartments.com. Make your move from the comfort of anywhere and make more time for you. Join the millions of happy renters and visit Apartments.com, the place to find a place. Yeah, and I loved Galena season 1, and I was learning more about everything as I was watching. And I was like, man, your mom is strong.
She's a strong woman. Yeah.
Golly. So do they all have to be around each other now? Like, is Masha still? I know you can't tell me everything. This is what sucks. But have they all had to be in the same room with each other?
Have they all 3 been in the same room?
So Galena and my mom have been around each other. Masha and my mom have been around each other. Masha and Galena, no.
Okay.
I don't think
they haven't been. Okay. Yeah.
That would be scary.
Yeah, Galena is like a bull in a china shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
She gets that crazy look in her eyes, and you don't know what she's going to do next.
Yeah.
That's what you guys
you can
kept
see
saying.
it in her. You can see it on camera whenever she starts getting really mad.
like
She starts
flips.
twitching a little bit, and you're like, "Oh no, this is
Her
not."
eyes starts
you're like,
twitching.
"Oh." Yeah, she's going crazy mode.
I love that you, Calah, you took her out to, for a coffee date or something. I forget what you guys were doing, but to get the tea.
Yes.
You know, how is that? Does it feel strange? You know,
like in what way?
just to have to ask those type of questions. Are you do you know what happened with Masha and this and that? You know?
Yeah. Not too strange, but I was actually more so curious, what she knew about the situation.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she knew the full extent of it, that Masha was, now living with Steve.
And you were being a girl's girl to let her know that she's going to be living there now, and she might have to see her.
That may have been the wrong decision. I don't know, because she up and left me there, but,
she left.
Yeah, that was one of those instances where she got the crazy look in her eye, and then she left, and I was like, fuck, what did I just start?
And then right after we find out that Masha's car was beaten up.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Yeah.
For the first time? Oh my God. Okay, wait. So you really think it was Masha, Steven?
Or Galena that did it?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Do you think it was Galena that...
There's no doubt. She was the only person. So Masha and my dad were on vacation at the time. Masha's car was parked in my dad's garage up at the farm. No one else would have been over there except for Galena.
Oh my!
I thought y'all got footage of it or something.
Oh, we have
your dad's
confirmation.
Security cam.
I need the ring footage.
I do too.
Backstory: Galena was out in Kansas City on a Friday night and paid $200 for an Uber to drive her to the farm so she could go wreck the car, destroy it. Because she caught wind that Masha was staying with my dad, or that Masha was out of town with my dad, and her car was up at the farm. Took a $200 Uber up there.
Just to wreck the. I mean,
that's dedication.
Yeah. I mean, do I blame her? Do I not? I don't really know.
Oh, she destroyed that thing too.
How do you guys feel? Like, are you like mad that she did that? Or are you like, I get it, girl?
I mean, I get it, but I also feel like this is doing so much damage for her and for her mental health. Like, she needs to remove herself from the situation.
Yeah.
You know, I do get it. But at the same time, like, it's up to you to remove yourself.
Yeah, she went all Carrie Underwood on
That's
her.
exactly what I was about to say. She Carrie Underwooded that truck. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we pulled up the next day to my dad's house, and it was like a tornado went through the house. The car was completely destroyed. And I'm looking at it. On one hand, obviously, I'm mad as all get out because Galena had left the doors open and raccoons had gotten into my dad's lodge and just destroyed it.
She killed all the chickens.
Wait, Galena did it?
She opened up...
Yes.
Oreo? I heard you say
no,
Oreo.
that's our chicken. That's our chicken.
Okay, yeah. Not the same.
Yeah,
not the same.
But my dad's chickens were actually, they were Masha's. Galena left the door open and
so that they would get out and predators would get them.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
It's chicken.
So listen,
chicken sabotage.
I'm from a farm and we had like 30 chickens at one point, and we don't know if it was coyotes or like fox or raccoons or something that got in there, and they slaughtered all of them.
It's just a bunch of feathers everywhere.
Yeah, and we walked in the next day, and there was only one chicken left, and we named it Lucky. And yeah, so that's sad.
It is sad.
Oh my gosh!
Not the chickens.
So wait, but she's like important to your farm.
She's
right?
a part owner of all the businesses. Yeah, that's the problem, and she is probably the most important person across all of them. Yeah.
So what are y'all
It's a catch-22. It really comes to a head here in season 2 is Galena's personal problems and the crazy nights where she does stuff like that worth what we get on the business side of things? And at what point do we say, hey, it's time to go our separate ways? And that all comes to a head here in season 2.
Okay, yeah, because it seems like if this is all happening, that can't last forever.
No.
Especially for a family business and for you guys to be successful in the future.
Exactly. And I will tell you, the car situation is not the only crazy situation we find ourselves in with Galena throughout the season.
Oh, I'm
Little
such
teaser.
a Galena, yes, girl, on season 1. But after seeing a little bit of your mom and like finding out more about that story, I was like, and then she said to you specifically, Calah, she was like, I would never do that to another woman.
I know.
It's so hypocritical.
I'm like, do you have amnesia? Did you forget that you were the other woman at one point?
Yeah, and I was so glad you said that because I was like, click, okay, wow.
Yeah, she's a mess.
Oh my
Hot mess.
Gosh. Okay, Calah, moving on. I can't wait to find out more about what happens with Galena. I am like all in. Did you have much experience with the farm life before you met Steven?
Honestly, no, I did not. I grew up, I had horses growing up. I grew up in the Chicago area. I'm from Dallas though. And so, my stepdad now does have a cattle ranch, but no, I didn't really have any experience until I moved to Missouri.
You looked very like comfortable with the chickens.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we got them when they were little chicks. So I raised them and it was, I guess that was like my first step in getting adjusted to the farm life.
How do you think she's doing, Steven?
She's doing really well. For a city girl from Dallas, I got to give her some accolades here. She does pretty well on the farm.
He did finally, when I moved there, get Wi-Fi, which he did not have before. And you probably know, like, if you live out in the country, you can't get service. You don't have signal. You don't have shit. So
I have TVs in my house, and they hadn't been turned on for probably 2 to 3 years before Calah got there.
Not even turned on?
Not even turned on.
What do you do all the time?
Wake up, read, work out.
Well, that's great.
Sleep.
Yeah, that's
like
literally it.
actually good. I don't know why I'm being like, you need to watch more TV. It just seems so like normal to me. I have to have like background music, background sound.
Oh, I turn it on, yeah.
24/7.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. So you didn't even have, at my mom's farm, because we live like right by the river. So there's no Wi-Fi, no service, no nothing. So we have to pay extra to have like a company come out there.
Yes, that's his house.
And I'm going there next week, and Mom was like, "We're not going to have Wi-Fi this week." And I was like, "Okay, here's the money. Let's
get it going."
I was so used to it, but Mama's got to work, I gotta support my household. But I get that. Goodness. Okay. I ask all of my guests these questions.
Okay.
If you could be, I'll ask you first, Calah.
Okay.
If you could be on any other reality TV show, what would it be and why?
Oh gosh. Let me think. I mean,
Which one I would be on if you wanted to keep thinking?
you go ahead.
Okay,
All
go
right,
ahead, Steven.
so is it Alone, that competition where they send you up to the middle of like the nowhere and you gotta
pick that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you gotta
Alone.
survive for like 3 weeks or whatever.
Yep.
I'd take that one on.
You could do that.
Full force. Yep.
Well, okay, the only reality shows I've been watching lately
If
are...
you tell me Love Island.
I was going to say Love Island and The Valley are like my two shows right now. And I don't want to be on Love Island. There's no way.
You're hot enough to be on Love Island, babe.
Let's just go with like a Real Housewives
Yes. Real Housewives
franchise.
of which franchise?
Beverly Hills.
Yes. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Beverly Hills is where it's at.
Right? Live in a nice mansion.
There you go.
Oh, Love Hotel.
If you're single, Love Hotel on Bravo.
If
I'm trying to go on that show myself. Like, sign me up, Bravo.
Let's go.
Or give me my own dating show. His little brother Braden is
He might
like
be a
10
little
years
young.
old.
He might be a little young. He's 22.
No.
There we go. Cougar.
No. Y'all are super cute. All your family's super cute. But, too young for me. How is that, by the way? He's the only single brother now, right? Or does he
Maybe.
have a new girlfriend now?
No, he does not have a new girlfriend
Okay.
now. He's enjoying the bachelor life. He's
He
living with some
should.
buddies.
He should,
yeah.
He's enjoying it. So it's good to see him really breaking out of his shell.
Oh, I love that. Who are you closest to with the sisters?
Definitely Casey.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Casey and I clicked. I think that we're just very similar with
Yeah.
what we like and all that. So
Who are you closest to out of the girls, the fiancés or baby
Casey.
mamas?
Casey.
Too?
Mhm.
Okay. I
Yeah.
guess, is Allie too, like, is there a big age gap between you guys?
No, so Allie and I actually are in the same class. We graduated together.
What?
Yeah, so Allie's a cougar, so Jesse's 2 years younger. But Allie and I, we were in sports together. We actually won most athletic together. So in the yearbook, we were together in the
wow.
photo. Uh-huh. Isn't that cool? But so she lives down in the city. Her and Jesse have a new house down in the city. She's a nurse practitioner. And she's just not as much on the farm as like Casey is.
Yeah.
So Casey and I are definitely hanging out more.
Because she's around more.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah,
for sure.
Correct.
And they're getting married this season.
They are.
I saw a little preview.
I'm officiating.
Oh my gosh. Were you nervous? That's a big job.
I was kind of nervous, actually.
Yeah. I'd be nervous, Rick, if I had to officiate somebody's wedding. Like, am I saying the right things? Are people going to laugh when they're supposed to laugh? Are they
yeah.
There's a lot of pressure. My mom, I love my mom to death, but she is very, very strict. And so her sitting out in the crowd, it definitely had me sweating a little bit.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was like, I can't screw this up. My mom will never forgive me.
Your mom is the strict one over your
Oh,
dad?
my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
guess
my dad's
we're gonna
strict
get to
in
know your
some
mom
ways.
more.
Yes. You'll get to see my mom. Yeah.
I grew up where my dad was way stricter than my mom.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
like, normally, especially in like the farm life, the dads are a lot more strict.
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel like.
My dad's strict in some ways, and then when
Yeah.
it comes to like enjoying your nightlife or the dating scene, there are no rules with my dad. I guess.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
True.
Let me ask this. Do you think, let me ask Calah this actually.
Oh gosh.
Do you think the way his dad dates and treats women affects how the sons treat women?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. He's their biggest influence.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a very close relationship with all of his sons, and he has a very heavy influence, like what Steve says goes type of thing. So yeah, I would definitely.
Steven, what do you think?
And not in a positive way, negative way.
Yeah. I mean, without a doubt, he has an influence on us, and I think that we try to take what he says when it comes to dating with a grain of salt, but inherently he's your dad, and there are going to be some aspects that are passed down.
Yeah.
I mean, it just inherently.
You definitely look the most like your dad.
I know. I get it all the time.
It's like spitting image, right?
Yeah.
Does everybody call you Steven Jr.?
They do.
Okay,
yeah.
So I should say Steven Jr.?
No.
Okay.
They do, but no.
At the end, I'm asking, like, should I call you Steven Jr.? So I got a little sidetracked there. But the other question I always ask my guests is, who's your favorite reality TV star right now and why? Steven, who doesn't watch
I know.
TV.
I'm trying to think of any shows I can even think of.
Somebody from Alone.
Yeah.
Somebody from Survivor.
Yeah. Who would it be?
I'm trying to think who's, like, all of my favorites, honestly, are like the OG New York housewives.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like Ramona and Sonia. Like, they were so unhinged.
Yes, so unhinged.
Yes. That's
Love
who I
them.
would go with.
I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but I keep seeing TikTok clips of, like this scene from Love Island where the girl is at Huda. She's like,
Yes!
I'm a mommy. And the
Yes!
guy's like, Mamacita.
Yes!
I love that clip.
I love that. That was your answer. That is amazing. Okay, so before we end the podcast, which I love having you guys on, I'll ask a couple questions from the fans if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, this is from Lana K. Cole. Best and worst moment of the season. And either one of you guys can answer. Both can answer.
Okay. Best moment would be Jesse and Allie's wedding.
Aw.
Worst moment. We had a little family trip down to the Ozarks that you're going to get to see play out.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was definitely a low moment, I think, for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think, Calah?
Best moment was my family visiting the farm with my niece, just being able to spend time with them and show them around the farm. And then worst moment was also the Ozarks.
I'm ready for the Ozarks. What episode is this? Do we know?
5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bad thing is I don't remember a lot from that trip. So that goes to show you that I'm like a little nervous to watch it back.
Do you have a little bit of drinky drink?
The
Just
tequila
a
was
little
flowing.
bit.
What's your favorite tequila?
Casamigos.
Blanco?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That's my favorite too. Love it. There are a lot of awesome things that have come out of Australia, like the Hemsworth brothers that are so cute, Uggs that I have been wearing since middle school, the Crocodile Hunter. But my new favorite Aussie export that's finally available in the U.S. is the Koala sofa bed. They are seriously comfortable. Koala makes the most comfortable mattresses, and the sofa beds actually use their mattress technology inside. Inspired by the Aussie Outback, Koala delivers Instagram-worthy color options. No sad beige or millennial gray here. No uncomfortable metal frames. Unlike traditional sofa beds, Koalas are designed for pure comfort. Tool-free assembly. Love that. No Allen wrenches, no stress, no tears. Everything comes in the box and easily slides, clicks, or screws together. Perfect for small spaces. No need for a guest room. Koala sofa bed comes in 3 sizes to fit smaller spaces. Fast shipping and free returns. No delivery or restocking fees. 120-night risk-free trial. I love the Koala beds. I use this and you should too. They have so many colors and designs that you can choose from. The quality is amazing. I love to host, so being able to fit this wherever I want is incredible. Upgrade your space with the most stylish, customizable, and elevated sofa bed available. To get up to $250 off your new sofa plus fast shipping, go to us.koala.com/realityhits. That's us.koala.com/realityhits to get up to $250 off your new sofa. Koala, comfy, easy, sustainable.
Hi, I'm Adam Rippon, and this is Intrusive Thoughts, the podcast where I finally say the stuff out loud that's been living rent-free in my head for years. From dumb decisions to awkward moments I probably should have kept to myself, nothing's off limits. Yes, I'm talking about the time I lost my phone mid-flight and still haven't truly emotionally recovered from that. There might be too many sound effects. I've been told to chill. Will I? unclear. But if you've ever laid awake at night cringing at something you said 5 years ago, congratulations, you found your people. Intrusive Thoughts with Adam Rippon is available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see that. I'm invested. Okay, this is from Kara_music. Is Steve, the dad, going to be on the new season? He hasn't been in much of the promos.
Ooh, you will have to watch that to find out. I think you may see him from time to time, but you'll have to tune in to see that one.
Tune in, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wonder what this answer is going to be. This is from a bunch of underscores.
Oh, God.
Brunel. Does Steve ever see a second chance with his son's mother?
Oh, he would.
Are we being real?
He would
Should I
love
air
that.
this out right now?
Oh, he would love that?
He would love that.
He would love that.
I don't think anybody else would love that.
No.
I mean, your
Everyone
son is
else
a
would.
hottie.
Oh,
Who
she's
wouldn't?
beautiful.
Yeah, he would love that. Everyone else, my mom, us
Including,
boys,
yeah.
not so much.
Okay, even the boys, even the brothers.
No, we would not let that happen.
You're going to protect your mama at all costs.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that. You said you were a mama's boy.
I am. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I have a son, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
yep.
Boys are normally mama's boys.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best. Okay. Oh, I love this question. This is from Anna. This is a long one. Anna Balt Putness Gray. Sorry, I messed up. This is part of my thing. I mess up people's names all the time. Is it hard living on the farm with all of your family and having privacy?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Without a doubt. Anything I do, like anything in our relationship, any single thing that happens within a couple hours, my entire family knows about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's been a big issue throughout our relationship, and something that I have, in hindsight, messed up a lot on is I go to my family and vent about anything and everything, including relationships, and that is, like, anyone out there, keep what's happening behind closed doors in your relationship, because
as soon as you try to make up, then everybody
the
is
family
mad.
still holds resentment.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. That's true. That's
Yes.
true. Listen, I grew up on a farm. We all lived next door to each other. My mama was in the center. My aunts are on both sides.
Oh,
my mom was at
fun.
the end.
Yeah.
So I, moved out whenever I was 18. So I didn't have the same that you guys are having right now. But I know everybody knows, if somebody drives down the road, you
yes.
know who's coming
Yes.
into the farm.
Yep.
My mom was always like, who drives that truck? Or who,
Yep.
it's everybody knows your business.
Yes.
We want to have a bonfire. It's like Mama will start walking up the hill, being like, "Who's out here? You guys have alcohol out here?" So I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just a couple more questions because I know you guys have to go. This is from Abe Listina. Why did you guys break up? We'll say the breakup that you guys broke up.
Previously,
I know there's been
I'm
a
like,
couple,
which one?
Yeah,
I know
which
there's
time?
been a couple breakups.
Be specific.
Before this season.
Okay.
Before this new season, because you were saying around what happened with your family that you guys had broken up. So maybe that time, if that's okay.
So before season 2.
Yeah.
So when I moved back to Texas, right?
Yes.
That was the first time. Honestly, you just weren't ready for commitment.
Was that what it was?
Yeah. Why? What do you think it was?
Hang on. Which time are you talking about here?
This is embarrassing.
I love it. Listen, I've been on reality TV
Oh
for
my
10 years.
gosh.
So for me, I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
spill the tea.
spill it. Spill
It's
it.
going to come out eventually.
I mean, I think a lot of our issues were, obviously commitment issues.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Some
and
of it
then
was.
what I just talked about was a major, major issue. Whereas
100%.
we'd get in a fight, I would vent to my family because
Yeah.
it's almost like family therapy sessions.
Yep.
And then I forgive, or I'm not mad at Calah anymore. We make up, but my family stays mad.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that definitely
And that
caused
caused
a lot
a
of
serious
issues.
rift between my family and Calah.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about after Calah's sister passed and the family and the girls didn't reach out because they didn't know if it'd be awkward or anything. Granted, they were completely in the wrong for not reaching out, but that's what led to that is,
Right.
That resentment because I was venting to them.
Yeah. So you need to find the balance of when you, because you still need to be able to vent to your close family and friends, but you got to find the balance where it's not going to turn them away from your
Correct.
partner, especially if you feel like you're going to make up with each other.
Yeah,
Correct.
I understand.
maybe not vent about every little fight.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
not every
You know?
little fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those little ones can add up too.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Death by a thousand cuts.
Yeah.
And especially when you guys live together, work together, do everything together, like that's going to affect your partner no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So is that how you feel? Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely same thing.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens with you guys. Y'all are a beautiful couple if you're still together. If not, I'm going to be like, I can't believe they work together while they were here. All right, last questions before you guys go. This is from Vanderpump Rules Party. Is anyone in touch with Brooke?
Oh, is anybody in touch with Brooke?
Brooke from season 1?
Wait, you don't even know who she is. That was such a big deal to me watching it. I was like, Brooke.
Okay.
So I guess that's a no.
No, I will say Brooke shows up in season 2.
Oh.
Wait, what? I didn't even know this.
She shows up in season 2
Wait, where did we see her?
at a country concert. Zach Bryan.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, we did run into her at a country concert a few months after filming season 1. And
Wait, can I got to give a backstory about you and Brooke.
Please go.
So,
oh my God, I
Season
forgot
one,
about this.
Season 1, like Brooke and Calah, they don't ever talk on camera. There's no
No.
association. But
yeah, I don't think I remember.
Yeah.
Prior to filming, though.
prior to filming, like a month before, we went down to Fort Worth, went down to the Stockyards and Billy Bob's, which is one of our favorite bars to go to. Brooke and my
Billy
dad.
Bob's.
Oh, Billy Bob's.
so much.
Brooke and my dad were together. Calah and I were out together, and my dad hadn't eaten that day, and he got pretty drunk prior to dinner, and we were wanting to get him back to the hotel because it was just not leading, like it was going to end up in him getting in a fight just for whatever reason. And so Calah starts talking to Brooke saying, hey, you need to take him back to
You
the hotel.
told me to talk to her.
I told
Let's
Calah
clear
to
this
tell
up.
Brooke to take my dad back to the
Yeah.
hotel. And
love
Brooke
the drama.
started giving some attitude to Calah. Well, we go into Billy Bob's, and was it Brooke that tried to hit you with a pool stick?
What?
I wouldn't say she tried to hit me, but she was being a little bitch.
And then you guys started cussing at each
Yeah,
other?
and then we started. He had to take
I
me
had
out
to
of Billy
separate the
Bob's
two.
because
I thought they were going to start
almost-
swinging pool sticks at each other.
Girl.
I almost did, honestly. She was very out of line that night.
So yeah, Brooke and Calah, and they didn't even show. Season 1 doesn't show them associating at all, but they did not like each other.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold your own, Calah. You got it, girl.
Thank
She's like,
you.
if you swing a pool stick at me, I'm going to swing one back.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding? You had to remove me from that situation
I
because
did.
it was getting bad.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and that was a month before we started filming.
Yeah.
Wow. So Brooke was in the picture before filming even. Dang.
In fact, I think that's why we told her to take my dad back home because we were getting ready to start filming. I'm like, Dad, don't get in trouble. Like, at least have the cameras be here if you're going to get in a fight. Like,
Yes, season pros already. I love it. All right. Well, is there anything else you guys want to say about episode 1 that you feel like needs to be said?
really, not only episode 1, but the rest of season 2, I would say is pressure and drama filled as season 1 was. Episode 1 and the rest of season 2, we crank it up to 10 even more so, which I didn't think was possible, but I guess claps on the back for us. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing that we were able to crank it up to 10.
I mean, we didn't do it on purpose.
No,
It's
it was not
our,
intentional.
Our lives were unfolding at that time.
That's
but-
why reality TV is good whenever people are real, and it's real
Yeah.
families, real friendships, real things that happen between people, and that's what your show is. And that's why I think a lot of people, especially the Bravo audience, is going to love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, we don't hold back at all.
So tune in every Monday. What time is it on Bravo?
So it's 9/8 Central on Bravo, and it plays their streams the next day on Peacock.
on Peacock.
Yes.
The McBee Dynasty. See what's going on. Also, watch me and Kristen as we do our commentary, being like, what the heck is going on with these people? Just kidding. We love y'all.
I loved watching y'all's commentary.
It was
I loved
so
the outfits
good.
too.
We
I
got
was
more and more
dying.
country as it went on. Like we started off in just like leisure, like, you know, like sweatpants or whatever. And then we're in flannel, and then we're in cowboy hats.
Yep.
Progressively got more and more, yeah.
I loved watching it
great.
though. That was a lot of fun. All right. Where can everybody find you on like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or what is it? X, whatever it's called.
Yeah. So my handle's at Calah Mac, Calah_Mac.
Yep, and mine is at Steven McBee on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks
Welcome
for
to the Bravo
having us.
fans.
Thank you. Really enjoyed
We're
it.
excited.
Yay. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning back into When Reality Hits. We'll see you next week. Love y'all.
This summer, Pluto TV is exploding with thousands of free movies. Summer of Cinema is here. Feel the explosive action all summer long with movies like Gladiator, Mission Impossible, Beverly Hills Cop, Good Burger, and Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Bring the action with you and stream for free from all your favorite devices. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.